Hello and welcome to one of our archival buildings. I'm here today with our curator Jessica, and she's going to show us around the archives and some of the interesting things we have down here.
So most museums only have about 10 to 15% of their collection on display at any given time. That leaves 80+% in storage. So this is one of 5 storage areas located at Fort Steele. It's our biggest one by far, composed of 3 rooms, and it houses mostly our household goods, as well as medical, dental equipment. We have clothes, baby clothes, adult clothes, men's clothes, as well as our saddle collection.
Wonderful.
This is the storage area located under Carlin Durk. The building itself is over 150 years old, but the storage area is not. In the 80s, we raised up a bunch of buildings and put newer basements in to house our collection. So in here, they are temperature controlled, humidity controlled, no light gets in that we do not want, as well as we monitor for pests, such as our mice. If you've ever seen the cats around site, they keep our mice down. And this is also the location of one of our programs. I do an artifact discovery program. So the stuff we see here is kind of a hands-on collection that I let children touch. So we teach them how to handle artifacts, as well as teach them the history, as well as our numbering system. So every object down here has a number, and this whole area has been inventoried finally.
Wow. Must have been a big job.
So most of our artifacts come from people donating stuff, as well as things that were left in the buildings when this place became a heritage site in the 60s, such as a lot of these. They came from upstairs in Carlin Durk, just kind of in a back room. Oh. My favorite is the one advertising beef and malt wine.
I think I'll leave that one behind.
So when we give tours, we like to play kind of what is this in the collection, such as this. What is this, Miss Caitlin?
It is a stamp. Very large stamp.
This is a Swedish tambale iron.
Oh, of course. That's what I meant to say. Yes, the Swedish tambale iron.
Mm-hmm. You would put kind of a dough on here, stick it in the deep fat, and you would kind of get this little cup for custard or fruit.
Spices.
Yes.
Yes.
These are nutmeg grinders, 2 different styles. When you grind this way, the other's kind of, you grind it down. But we have a lot of them, as you can see, because pretty much every house had their own grinder. It's this old toaster. You would have to manually flip the toast. And it was one of the first electric. Where is it? Right there. Yeah. Neat. Yeah. There's several of these huge bricks of compressed black tea. This one's in saran wrap, just so bugs don't get at it. Yeah, this is how they ship tea. So we do have some Chinese artifacts down here, mostly little jugs, ginger jars, that sort of thing. We do have others underneath the Opera House, which is also one of our storage areas, but we only keep a few in here, some of the better pieces. So down here is where we keep some of our dental and medical stuff. If you've ever been to Bleasdale's drugstore, it does have quite a bit. Here's where we keep the extras. Some of that are not in the best condition. So when we get donations in, we have to be careful with drugs, medical equipment, to make sure we don't have anything that's harmful or even illegal, such as if we sometimes get bottles with no labels, we can't really figure out what's inside half the time. So thankfully, we do get some in that have labels on them. So we do have some bottles labeled poison. There's nothing in this bottle, thankfully. Well, as we get some in that have kind of weird names for what we used to in modern society, like acetophen. Acetophen is another word for aspirin that they used in Victorian times, so we see that quite a bit. Acetophen, as well as acetylsalicylic acid. That's a hard word to say, but that's aspirin. This is called a tonsillatome. Kind of what they use to take out your tonsils. So if anyone has their tonsils taken out, I'm glad you don't live in Victorian times. Over here, I kind of took out some gems of the collection, such as this medical bag from it was given to the donor in 1953, so I'm not sure exactly how old this is, but it's what they would have taken out into the field.
Wow.
So all their surgical instruments, they have little diagrams so they know where everything goes. We're missing quite a bit, but what we do have is quite unusual. We did get some pretty cool donations in, such as this histological and pathological slide collection from 1903.
Oh.
Yeah, so if I can take one out. A section of the kidney of a rabbit. Or a syringe kit with one of the longest needles.
Hello from the editing room. We've decided that there's so much footage from this archival tour that we will be making it into a 3-part series. So please come back in following weeks for parts 2 and 3, and we'll see you there. We would also love it if you would take the time to like and comment on our videos and subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like to get notifications when we post new videos, the bell in the description will help you with that. Hope you have a great day. Bye.